Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
Having glided in canoes through some of the world's richest mangrove creeks, we were now virtually in the middle of the forest. We left the canoes and walked 45 kilometers with the Onge through steaming jungle in search of the Andaman wild boar. We wanted to film the hunt in detail, but once the quarry was sighted, the Onge tribesmen moved so fast that we were unable to keep up with them and saw only the last stages of the hunt.
关键啊，那这点上一，你看，这个大嘞，那个，马不里面也见。
In a hot, humid climate, meat deteriorates quickly. But stuffed with leaves that have properties to preserve that meat, the Onge make sure their food is in good condition until they're ready to eat it. The entrails of hunted animals are placed on trees in a way that marks that particular area. We knew that no hunter would return here for about 6 months, until another family of boar had replaced the one they had just hunted for food. The Onge recognize the limits to which these rainforests can support life. They take from them only what is absolutely essential for their survival and no more. Until the civilized world stepped in, there were no endangered species or degraded forests. The crowns of these trees, which can grow to great heights, interlock to form a canopy that breaks the force of torrential rain into a fine spray. This spray trickles down, gathering nutrients along the way, which nourish the soil and roots below. It's said that 1/3 of all the world's existing species of life live within this canopy. Only about 10% of these have been identified. If this canopy were destroyed, torrential rain would wash away the sparse covering of soil within an instant. Contrary to general belief, the soil in these lush forests is neither fertile nor very deep. Most of the nutrients, called biomass, lie in the space between the roots and the canopy. This paradox has not prevented nature from supporting an immense variety of life forms. And the answer lies in the efficiency of these mangrove root systems, which virtually create the soil and the coastline. So remarkable is this system that against all seeming odds, these forests have become a living genetic storehouse. But the capacity of these forests to support such a diversity of life also makes them extremely vulnerable. These Onge women were so shy that it was only after long and persistent persuasion that they agreed to let us follow them. They were gathering the gigile, or wild potato. Like the hunters we saw earlier, they would not return until the gigile had had a chance to regrow. If they needed more food, they would go to another part of the forest. In this way, they turned the very diversity of the forest to their advantage, without either imposing on or degrading the fragile ecosystem. In these tropical rainforests, one can find on a single acre of land 10 times as many species of tree as one might in a temperate forest. And the remarkable fact is that two different species may use entirely different resources as life support within the same area. This ensures mutual survival in the best conditions. Here in the most developed part of the forest, it is estimated that there are over 5,000 species, possibly one of the world's richest sources of biological information. Like a memory bank, evolved over millions of years, so complex, so efficient, that it is impossible to say where one part begins and the other ends. One day, farmers may need to fall back on wild strains of food grain, such as wild rice found here, to resist disease and insect infestation. It's worth noting that the very diversity of these forests also makes them the chief repository of the Earth's gene pool, and, paradoxically, also makes them extremely vulnerable. Destroying them would be like burning down the ancient library of Alexandria. If present patterns of converting forests into agricultural lands or plantations continues, it will be the Earth's worst biological disaster since life emerged 3.6 billion years ago. This woodcutter was hired by a contractor and transported all the way from Bihar to cut down trees. Since no two species are the same, not even parts of the same forest, the felling of one tree results in the extinction of countless species. When the canopy opens up, the equatorial heat burns through the biomass and the soil is washed away by the torrential rain. What soil remains can at best be agriculturally productive for about 2 years, and then it becomes a wasteland. Only 1 or 2 species of tree have so far been identified as being commercially viable. Since timber is of such value to us, and not the preservation of this tremendous biological wealth, we destroy indiscriminately what was once virgin rainforest and leave, sometimes within a short space of 5 years, a barren desert in its place. It may seem unbelievable, even exotic, that people still live like this. But it's a fact that this lifestyle alone ensured the survival of the rainforest. This was the culture that evolved from the forest itself. Now, it's on the brink of extinction. The Onge never plundered nature's resources impersonally or mechanically. Their dependence ensured that they took only what was required for their survival. More than that was never their problem. Their wisdom, born out of centuries spent in the rainforests, is our wisdom too. If we truly wish to preserve these forests, we cannot but learn what the Onge already know. When more than ever before, we need the resources of these rainforests for our own survival and for that of future generations. It is the Onge who are qualified to become the real guardians of these forests. Since we insist upon squandering our future from short-sightedness, or even from what we consider a well-justified case for development, it's unfortunate that the consequences of our actions will affect those so far away who have no real choice in the matter. As we continue to deplete our resources, we make sure that the Onge too have no future. Where will they go when there are no more rainforests? For that matter, where will we go? Or our children?